So it's in an uptrend thus far since October. And then we been rejecting this moving average, rejecting moving average, bouncing back up, bouncing back up. And then this one it gets interesting. This was a high 27.16. It's already labeled. That's the direction. And it's gonna have a top. So it's basically gonna be in a channel. And the channel is gonna pretty much be right off the liquidity. It's the lowest point of the chart. To say that's a good spot. You basically just looking at what areas price rejected off the top of this channel, bullish channel. And it does move in channels. As you can see, this is the channel going up. It's going tapping this way, and this, which is also the sell side liquidity. Or I'll just take this off for now. But that's what I'm talking about. This is the channel that we're in, and right now we're at the bottom of the channel. So the next target on an overall perspective, we should hit about at least break this high. But if we come back into this range and we buy completely up, if we break above this structure, then that's a continued shot to the high of the channel. So say it again. This is the top of the channel, sell side liquidity. You see, this is where all the moving averages crossed, but they didn't cross like going down. What they did, but they was like swinging back up at the bottom of the channel. Then since October, since they started lowering interest rates and approving everything, we just been bouncing in this channel. So what we need to see for a swing trade to happen, we need to see price take this moving average, this purple moving average, and basically just continually buy above it, continuously drive price above. So I'm saying from here, we need to go here, retest, maybe, and straight there. Retest this again into the new channel. That's pretty much how I see price going. This is not pretty, but whatever. But it's just to this channel the entire time. And then if we break the channel, now that can get crazy. But as the buying spree starts and more buyers get into the market, you could see big jumps like this. Just how price shot up like this, crazy, retest. Goes up, down, retest, shoots back up to the top. This was at 4,000. This was November 9th, 2021. And now we just got all these ETF approved and more people buying up crypto every day. And every time they do any transaction, they're using Ethereum. They're using Ethereum networks for transferring money. That's what I use when I'm transferring money through crypto, or that's what everybody else should use because it's the best one. And it's the safest at the same time. But yeah, that's basically my market outlook on the daily time frame. So as we continue my analysis, checking the KST, see if we above the base. So we are above the base, and our signal line for bears is pretty much coming back. Like it didn't cross down below basically. So it was going up, going up, going up. At the bottom of the channel, it's about to stay up and keep going higher. Is my prediction. and at the same time analyzing just a moving average crossover that's really sharp that I like to use. You can also see when you're at a midline or a baseline. So baseline would be something like that, an area where price will come down and then retest to come back up in a shorter time period. It's just basically measuring price action just in a different way, so it's easier for me to see it pretty much. And QQE mod, of course, it's just a histogram with a signal moving average for where the price action is going. I'm just showing y'all now, just so when we shrink the time frames, you'll be able to understand what we're talking about completely. Okay, so this is daily time frame. We can go to the 4 hour, and then it's going to be an even better perspective. We just in the channel. Come to the channel, go right back off. Go buy all the way back up with following this 50 moving average. It's a big support. Go to the channel, reject, 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 drop back down. Form the support, top of the channel or top of this resistance. We touch here, which is the top of the channel. Then we average down so the channel continues to top and retest a big 200 SMA for one time. Came back down below the moving averages, rejected selling below them. Came back up with a lot of liquidity, retested moving averages, shot to the top of the channel. So what we just did was touch the bottom of the channel and just continuously reject it. So now we just pretty much gonna let it soar. This is my current analysis on the 4 hour chart. We had to break a structure. We're just waiting for volume to kick in on Monday, and that could be the swing. This is my prediction. But at the same time, this is what I'm doing. And yeah, sales below. Well, not complete sales, but like you gotta watch the price action around this area. This could also be a big opportunity for a sell off if bad news keeps coming out. But this is the support area. So if we do come back to this same area, maybe we can see price. Maybe we could see price break down lower depending on volume and where we at. If some big news comes out and the dollar inflates, I feel like that can drop us right back to this resistance. And if we trade anything below this area, I'm not trading it at all until we get better short confirmation. But that's the 1 hour. Break it down even further to a 30-minute. You can see we are approaching the 200 SMA on a smaller time frame, which is 30-minute chart on the weekend on Saturday night, 11 p.m. On the 15-minute, we are currently it still looks good, but I mean, like, we just begun. And so I would say, like, this is how I look at price action and how I understand it. So the current candle has 10 minutes left to create. It should be forming a support somewhere around the body of the previous candle. So therefore saying that this is not a reversal starting. This is saying I'm rejecting going below it. Now if we start breaking the highs, if we break the high of the previous candle, which is the red candle, if the current candle breaks the high of the red candle, then this red candle is no longer a valid sell opportunity. So that means we still in the bullish trend on a 15-minute time frame. So every 15 minutes, price should go up. And then you just check it with the algorithm. Everything's bullish, bullish, bullish. Price action is decent volume in the range of the ATRs. And the ATRs just measure the amount of volume in the last 5 candles and the last single candle. So if the current candle has the same volume as the last 5 candles, you can see that price action in that area is strong. It's about the same. So you can expect a nice move up on a shorter term time frame. Mind you, how big our daily level is. So the daily time frame is really one I want to base all my targets and systems to read the market, because I feel like that would be the most important in terms of a scale. But you can also look at a yearly trend, a monthly trend. You can use any time frame you want depending on what you're using it for. I don't believe that you should ever close your brain on looking at different time frames and understanding the chart in a different way, as long as you're good at doing what you do best and not letting it change you, but using it as an opportunity when you see a situation arise when you can go on different time frames and see how long that candle is to be created. Like most daily charts gonna have a wick. So if the wick hasn't formed yet on the candle, then you obviously could be in early, or you obviously could be in super late, depending on when that happens. But if you already in a bullish price action, like right here, you see the close of this candle was higher. It broke the structure. It closed higher. Therefore, it wants to hit the top of the range. So look at the next candle. Boom, straight to the top of the range. That's an easy buy for Ethereum right there. For 13% easily. So when you see stuff like that, you see you at the bottom of the range. What is potential profit target? 26%. So if you live in London right now and you trading 1 to 5,000 leverage and you got $100, you could be a millionaire on this trade. The current trade, Ethereum buys to the top of the range, set target, take profit, 28.40. Mm-hmm.
How you liking that?
Mm-mm. Go back. Yeah. And click the position, but don't click the X. Click it on the left, like this. Yeah, and down. Put the arrow up. Take profit. 28.40.
So you gotta click the
Yeah,
cell to the left before doing that.
yeah. And then you could just go on your trades and click it, and then it's gonna take you back to the same screen.
Click what though? What this?
Good Lord. Perfect. Mhm. Mhm. Now, if we short, we coming right back down to this moving average. So if we start selling below this, we out, and it's coming back here. Or it could form at this support too. But those areas have been filled. So this was a previous support. So that was like a buy opportunity. You could have been scaled in right there. If you caught the bottom of this, if you caught it right here, you could have been scaled in at this level. Because this is a breaking structure right here. This little box. It broke it, retest, broke it, retest, broke it, retest. Stayed in the range though. It didn't go below this point, which was the lowest point. So it jumped up, came, touched, jumped all the way up, came, touched, jumped up again, touched, but it didn't break this level right here. It didn't break that. So now you're looking at that as the next break. You break here, and this is also going to be the next scale in. So these moving averages are entries for me, depending on how you use them. And sold off that, came back down, came into this range. But look at what we had under at the bottom of the range. It didn't ever want to like completely move away from these moving average lines. So it was still telling you that we're in a reversal coming over here, like we buying completely. So boom, come back down to about the low was 1567. Came to the bottom of the range, just start breaking up, breaking up, breaking up, breaking up. And we've been bullish since. Now we're at the bottom of the range. This is the picture that we're looking at completely. As soon as I break down to the smaller time frames, then you can see like what ranges of movements and where we buying at and where it's going to. Like this would have been a perfect buy right here. This is a buy that I would have caught if I was trading it at this time. That's a perfect buy. And then you're gonna see the picture start to create all the way from the bottom. So now we're on a 1 hour chart and a 30-minute. I just want to see what exact session did it start.